This following piece of work is fictional. Some events and characters are based on 27 million copies
While most
worldwide.
events and characters
Joseph
are not,
Jackson was
but please
clearly
enjoy
commercially
regardless.
successful. Thank you,
But having
smiley
always
face. Dreamt of winning high-profile awards. He was also ecstatic to be nominated for 3 Grammys and 4 American Music Awards, winning 2 for Favorite Soul Single and Male Soul Video. "I feel really wonderful," Jackson said in a 1984 radio interview. "I'll always be grateful that the people enjoy what I do, and I feel so good that I have done it." The album was met with positive reviews, often linking the songs to Michael Jackson's work. A Rolling Stone critic noted that the warmth and groove of the LP is a fantastic reminder listeners of Jackson's Brothers LP. A reviewer from Ebony noted, "This is an album jam-packed with smooth dance tracks and ballads, sounding like it could have come from Michael's off-the-wall album, from happy-go-lucky whoops and shrieks to decidedly soulful and affecting vocal performances." Another writer for Rolling Stone stated that he felt it was the most light-hearted musical album and described the album's clear versatility as of a blissful romance, only to ask, "So why did it end?" In addition to the praise he received from critics about the albums, Joseph also received the same rotation treatment Michael Jackson got on MTV for the 5 music videos that featured Hot Street's 5 #1 singles. First released towards the end of 1982, Sunset Driver's popularity grew rapidly with young fans and quickly hit #1, where it stayed for 4 weeks. It was the debut single from the Hot Street album and helped it become one of the best-selling debut albums of all time. The same could be said about Hot Street's title track, released in February of 1983, that also went to #1 for an additional 6 weeks. Both music videos, Sunset Driver's video debuted in March while Hot Street's video in May, featured Jackson dancing and singing the songs with different advanced technology for the time. Sunset Driver has Jackson sporting a silver spacesuit on a golden star, while Hot Street features him driving a 1981 DeLorean DMC-12 car, also known as Time Machine, on a busy street in the first half and dancing in the second. The car would later be featured in the 1985 film Back to the Future. However, the 2 music videos didn't play on MTV at all until June of 1983. At the time, Joseph Jackson had very slow popularity and reception, and MTV refused to air music videos done by black people because executives felt black artists' music did not fit into the rock-centered programming. That thought was soon changed once Michael Jackson's Billie Jean and Beat It videos began receiving heavy rotation and increased ratings for MTV. Therefore, the doors were soon opened for Joseph's Sunset Driver and Hot Street videos to get heavy rotation as well after viewers loved those videos and wanted to see more. Although the album received a fair amount of positive feedback, as well as immense critical and commercial acclaim between 1983 and 1984, Hot Street never lit up the Billboard Hot 100 like Jackson had hoped, peaking at #3. However, it was a satisfying result for Jackson, given after his showcasing of his musical talents on Meet the Robinsons, and while the show was still fresh in the minds of American audiences. However, some cynical critics pointed out the album's track list, characterized the post-disco and groove tunes as outdated, and as Mark Caro wrote in the Chicago Tribune, in other words, "This album is just what Michael Jackson could have done. If not, he would have done this best." Joseph's debut onto the music scene came exactly when Michael's celebrity was skyrocketing into a new stratosphere of mega-stardom after the release of his Thriller album in 1982. Joseph therefore had dozens of opportunities to see his pop star twin up close during this monumental period, even helping him choreograph for the Motown 25 special, in which he was set to perform his new single, Billie Jean, and encouraging him to take a famously sparkly black jacket from his mother's closet. "If it was shiny, if it had any kind of sparkle, he loved it," Joseph said. After it was confirmed that Michael's Thriller record had become the biggest-selling album of all time, and Michaelmania had truly spread across the globe, the obvious question was, did Joseph feel overshadowed by his glistening gloved brother? "No, never," asserted the rising pop star when he had an interview on Entertainment Tonight in 1983. "I am so happy and so proud of my brother. There is no competition between us at all." In fact, Joseph Jackson had a pretty eventful career boost of his own, much due to the Nightline music video, released on July of 1983, which revolved Jackson singing and dancing to the song inside of a hotel in Las Vegas while patiently waiting for his girlfriend to respond to his multiple phone calls. The video ended up winning 2 MTV Video Music Awards for Best Overall Performance in a Video and Viewer's Choice in 1984, largely due to the groundbreaking segment where Jackson is seen walking on the hotel's ceiling and dancing during the song's breakdown, which was praised by critics and fans alike. However, none of that would have compared to the astronomical and multi-generational praise and influence and legacy Joseph Jackson would later receive, thanks to the release of his October 1983 music video, Behind the Mask.